In today's video, I've got 5 facts about Satella from the series ReZero / a character analysis video. We will be going over Satella's bio, abilities in the anime, her voice actors, and probably the most interesting fact I have ever presented on the channel, so make sure you stick around till the very end. Of course, a quick warning that there will be spoilers, so just a heads up, and for more weekly anime character fact videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Anyway, with that being said, let's roll intro and get straight into the facts. Satella is the infamous Witch of Envy, who was responsible for the Great Calamity 400 years prior to the arrival of Subaru Natsuki. The meaning behind Satella's name has been said to be revealed in the final arc by the author of the series. Satella made her debut in episode 25 of the anime as a shadow, but her actual proper debut was in episode 34. Her light novel debut was in volume 12. She is a half-elf, pale in skin tone, her body type is thin. Well, she's basically the splitting image of Amelia, or perhaps the other way around. Satella has long silver hair and purpley blue eyes, though hers look a lot colder and not so as full of life as Amelia's. Of course, as we know, Amelia has been referred to as the Witch's daughter, and she does carry a reputation as being connected to the Witch of Envy because of her appearance. But at this current time, nothing has been explained confirming a definite connection between them. Only speculation. When Subaru first encountered Satella at Echidna's tea party, she wore a black dress made entirely of shadows that waved around her in time with her heartbeat. She looked towering, menacing, truly a sight to behold, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if a few nightmares were had after us fans witnessed her for the first time. Though, to go off track ever so slightly, part of me did think, she kind of looks like a Menos Grande from Bleach. But still, let that not take away from the absolute brilliance that this image of her paints for her overall character, and this is thanks to Utsuka Shinichiro as he redesigned her for the anime. Okay, so the important bit of information surrounding Satella is that she and the Witch of Envy are two separate personalities, or entities that inhabit the same body. These two personalities are said to be at a constant war with one another to obtain dominance of this main and only body. These two are opposite ends of the scale, though they do share the same interest, or love I should say, for Subaru. Satella is the more reasonable of the two and actually cares for Subaru and his well-being, whereas the Witch of Envy has a much more aggressive and possessive approach to him. So how did these two entities inhabit the same vessel? Well, 400 years previous to Subaru's arrival, Satella had absorbed Envy Witch factors that she just wasn't compatible with. This resulted in the creation of her Witch of Envy personality. Now, as we know, Satella was responsible for many innocent people's deaths, completely losing control of herself to the point of nearly destroying the world. And it's worth mentioning that it wasn't anything to do with the Witch of Envy personality. It took the dragon, the sword saint, and the sage to team up and destroy Satella, however their efforts were folly. Satella was unable to be killed, but instead was sealed in a shrine in the Uguria Sand Dunes, watched over by Shola. Satella's Japanese voice actor is Takahashi Rii. She has voiced other characters such as, yes, Amelia in ReZero, Megumin from Konosuba, Mash Kirielite in Fate Grand Order, Rin Azuma from Isekai Cheat Magician, and more. Satella's English voice actor is Kaylee Mills. She has voiced other characters such as, you guessed it, Amelia in ReZero, Union from Konosuba, Alice Synthesis 30 in Sword Art Online, Yuki Nonaka from The Testament of Sister New Devil, and more. In terms of abilities, as we know, Satella is able to use the authority of envy. However, the powers and abilities that come with the authority of envy have not yet been revealed, but it was mentioned by Minerva during the Witches' Tea Party that Satella may direct her jealousy towards her if she was to step in between of her and Subaru, which suggests that her power could affect others remotely. Powers we do know about, however, is shadow control, which is suggested by her appearance. Satella can create shadows that impale, capture, or even obliterate her enemies. We saw some of her shadow powers in play against Garfield. Using her shadows, she is also capable of slipping into others' bodies through a wound, as an example. Once inside their body, she is able to completely destroy them from the inside. We have also seen her form shadow hands when she has been gripping Subaru's heart whenever he tries to speak about return by death to anyone besides herself. Her other power is time manipulation, where, and come on, time manipulation, shadow control. How can I not make a Kurumi reference here? Come on! This is a public announcement. 414 is a simp. His actions of simping way too hard for a certain Kurumi Tokasaki have gone too far. He needs help and would like to apologize for any inconvenience he has caused during this broadcast. Thank you for your understanding, and we will resume with the scheduled program. Satella is able to stop time whenever Subaru attempts to tell someone about return by death. Now, it is worth mentioning that both these powers could be a part of her authority, but it hasn't been confirmed. Final bit of trivia on her ability and powers is, pretty interesting. Satella is of course insanely strong, but it has been confirmed by the author that if Satella and Reinhard von Estrella went head to head, it would result in a stalemate. Lastly, this may be one of the most interesting facts that I have ever presented on the channel. Well, in my opinion anyway. Satella is said to be in love with Subaru for giving her light, showing her the outside world, holding her hand when she was lonely, and kissing her when she was all alone. So this is all about episode 34, when Subaru first encountered Satella and she said "I love you" over and over and over again. What's interesting here, and what makes her character seem that little bit more mysterious and intimidating, is her choice of word for this. Now, the Japanese have many different ways of saying the simple term "I love you", and it's all pretty situational based. Satella used "aishiteru". Aishiteru is far from romantic and is used pretty much exclusively for a deep, intimate, commuted love. Though aishiteru is the closest phrase for "I love you" and is a phrase to only be used by serious lifelong lovers, it is a phrase that you would have to be careful not to overuse. In fact, it's really not uncommon for a married couple to never say aishiteru to one another throughout their entire marriage. The Japanese believe that love should be expressed through actions, not words, thus aishiteru is rarely said out loud. Even daisuki isn't used all that often because the Japanese are quite shy and tend to struggle expressing their emotions via words. Now, aishiteru is such an intense phrase that most Japanese people actually feel uncomfortable hearing it. So why does such a word exist? Well, it is used, but like mentioned, only in certain very specific situations, such as a marriage proposal, at the wedding itself, or at the funeral of your husband or wife. The phrase is also most commonly used in songs, books, and television, as the word itself sounds quite poetic, and of course the intensity of the word adds more drama. So like mentioned, Satella using aishiteru for me adds so much more depth to her as a character. But thanks for watching. This is my video, 5 facts about Satella from the series ReZero. Let me know in the comments who you would like to see next. Of course, a huge shout out to Warwick, Animator22 and Rem for supporting me on Patreon, and don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Come hang out with me on Twitch and Discord, link is in the description, and subscribe for more anime content. Till next time, my fellow weebs, peace!